I had just made a social media post about door-to-door and how so many people think it's either a scam or not a real job. Like, if only they knew, if only they put in the work ethic, if they had the work ethic to do it, they wouldn't be saying that.
Texas and Florida, we're coming your way. Sales reps, get ready to increase your closing rate. Managers, it's time to boost your team's performance. Unlock the strategies that will elevate your door-to-door career at a D2D Experts live training near you. Join us February 22nd in San Antonio, Texas, or February 25th in Orlando, Florida. Sign up now. Click the link in bio.
All right, here with Branson, Golden Door winner here this year. Branson, how you doing today?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Awesome. This is your first year at Door-to-Door Con?
It is, yeah.
What do you think?
I enjoy it so far. I've gotten a lot of good workshops. I'm just listening to Chase, being in the roofing industry.
Yeah.
Took a lot of stuff from him that I've already applied into my approach. Yeah, it's been awesome.
Is this something you're going to come back to next year?
For sure.
Yeah. Now
Going for a repeat, Golden Door repeat.
Heck yeah. You got to get that double Golden Door now.
Yes,
that's the goal. So yeah, it's really nice being in an environment. We go, a lot of times, our friends, family, peers, they're like, oh, you knock doors. And it's not that it's looked down upon, but I mean, yeah, they're like, oh, they don't understand it, right? So it's nice coming to a setting where you're praised for knocking doors. Like, hey, you're a Golden Door winner. That's freaking awesome.
It's funny you say that because I had just made a social media post about door-to-door and how so many people think it's either a scam or not a real job. Like, if only they knew, if only they put in the work ethic, if they had the work ethic to do it, they wouldn't be saying that.
Yeah, I've talked to so many reps. They're like, yeah, my uncle's telling me I need to get a real job. Like, does your uncle realize how much money you make?
Yeah.
And he sits at a desk all day and makes half that. Does he realize, it's just, it definitely is 100% a real job. And it's a great career, right? It's a great career path for people because you learn so many valuable lessons knocking on doors.
Right.
And we'll go into that a little bit too. So let's start at the beginning. What industry are you in that you got your Golden Door?
Roofing. Yes,
how long
sir.
you been doing roofing for?
About a year and a half now.
Year and a half. And how long you been knocking doors?
So 3 years. Started in solar, May of 22. Then it's a funny story. Like, I actually knocked on my boss's door to sell them solar.
Your boss from before you started knocking doors?
Correct. So my boss for roofing, I knocked on their door to sell them solar.
There you go.
And they ended up recruiting me for like 3 to 6 months and finally got me to make the switch over.
Dude, heck yeah. So before knocking doors, what were you doing?
So never had a real job. Played college baseball.
Okay.
So that was kind of my
Where'd you play college
job. So 2 years up in Chattanooga, and then 1 year down in Georgia State in Atlanta.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So it's funny. We see that so frequently. Some of the top tier door-to-door reps come from an athletic background. I think it translates so well because you're so regimented. You have your trainings, your routines, your games, your practices. It's so structured that it translates so well into door-to-door because you already have that discipline. Right. You already have that discipline, that drive to be the best. It just translates to the competitive nature of door-to-door.
No doubt.
How'd you see that transition going from being a college athlete to knocking doors? How do you think that helped you transition into the world of door-to-door?
Yeah. So I'm kind of a creature of habit. So I like a nice structured day. So obviously applying the regimen from baseball for workouts, meals, practice, blah, 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 school even. So applying that to door-to-door, like I have my set in stone hours. I have my set in stone time where I'm doing my learning. Like a lot of guys on social media, obviously Sam, Chase Billings too. Some stuff he applies with roofing. So it's really just applying what I already knew into door-to-door and just taking it from there.
Yeah, no, that's great. I mean, you see some really quality door-to-door reps come from athletic background. I mean, I think 9 times out of 10, it's an athletic background that most door-to-door reps have. Right. So it's awesome to see. So tell me a little bit about when you first started knocking doors. You said you started in solar.
Yep.
Tell me about your first door you ever knocked on. What was that like?
So honestly, it's scary to think about because, like, if I would have thought of myself a year prior to door-to-door, I would have told myself I could have never done this. But it's actually funny. The first day I ever knocked doors was in Cobb County in Atlanta. If anybody knows, like, Cobb County PD. I actually got put in handcuffs back of a cop car for a non-solicit neighborhood.
There you go.
And for most, that would probably scare somebody away.
Yeah.
And be like, there's no way I can do this. I don't want to do this. that kind of just like fueled the fire, I guess, to continue to do it and master it.
Yeah, for sure. When you started door to door, was it immediate success, or did you have a learning curve that you had to work through?
So I would say for solar was a learning curve, just learning the process itself, all like the closing docs, the process of the sale itself. But since I kind of already had that experience with solar moving into roofing, I think it was a really easy transition.
Right.
Plus, like I watched my dad do it for all my life. When I started
Your dad
roofing,
was a roofer?
so he was exterior contractor.
Okay.
So like I had a lot of product knowledge already.
There you go.
He was a sales manager for his company for 20 some years. So just growing up, I already had knowledge of the industry. I think that's really what helped me starting out versus just a rookie in the roofing exterior contractor industry. So just kind of having a little bit of leg up.
Yeah, that's awesome, phenomenal. So talk to me a little about some of your day-to-day routines, out knocking doors. What are some of your non-negotiables? What are some of the things that you do that set you apart from everyone that didn't get a golden door?
Okay. Honestly, knocking hours. So I normally don't start my day really till like 12 o'clock, honestly. May sound bad for some people listening, but non-negotiables between the summer hours, no doubt I'm out 5 to dark, even past dark.
Yeah.
So like when I was in solar, I had a nice, really big, bright yellow puffer jacket, and I would turn my flashlight on my phone, brightness all the way up on my face. So that way, like I'm not a threat at their door after dark.
Right.
That way, like I'm still meant to be there. So I kind of applied that to roofing as well. Just wear bright clothes, brightness up. If it's dark, like now it's dark, but it's not late.
Yeah. Right.
So like even for roofing now, in the wintertime, 6:30, people are just now getting home. I'm still out knocking doors.
Yeah, phenomenal. I mean, there's so many things you can't control throughout the day, right? You can't control what somebody's going to say. You can't control if somebody slams the door in your face. Yeah. You can't control if the cop rolls up on you and says, hey, I'm going to put you in handcuffs, right? But you can control when you start and when you finish, right? And if you control the start and the finish, everything else kind of falls into place, right? If you have that, there's so many times where you can have an excuse. It's cold today. It's hot today. It's too windy today. There's so many excuses that you can have, but you just get out and do the work. Success happens.
For sure.
Right? What have you experienced over the last couple of years indoor door? Talk about some challenges that you faced and what you did to overcome them.
Honestly, like the hardest door to open is the car door.
Yeah.
So basically just thinking of kind of my motivating factors. Obviously I'm married now. We're going to start probably having kids here in the next year or two.
There you go.
Just bought our first house. So door doors kind of changed my life. So it's like thinking of how for most people, they sit in the car, they get to area, and it's like, I'm just going to listen to music for a little bit. I'm not going to get out. I'm going to wait to knock that first door. Like I'm going to have my lunch and then I'm going to get out. So I kind of think of like, I know it sounds bad, but the worst case scenario, if I don't get out of the car and I don't go knock that door.
Yeah, no, I love it. I mean, we see that all the time with sales reps. There's always one more thing. There's a million things you got to do. Yeah. There's always one more thing. Hey, I need to do this. I need to get this done. Oh, I didn't finish that show last night. Let me just sit in my car real quick and finish this episode. And that turns in like 3 episodes later and it's 5 o'clock and they're like, I haven't knocked the door yet.
I have nothing to show for leaving the house today.
Exactly. And but what we find with golden door winners, with those that are very successful, they don't do that, right? It's like, hey, I'm going to get out and I'm going to work. There's time for that. There's time to relax. There's time to, watch TV. There's time to read books, listen to music. There's time for that. Now's not the time, right? Now's the time for me to work. Now's the time for me to grind. What would you say to somebody that, kind of like the situation we talked about, maybe it's a rookie that's not in door-to-door yet, thinking about it. What would you say about door-to-door and how it's changed your life?
Take the leap of faith. Believe in yourself. Like doing this podcast right now, like I used to be really uncomfortable just talking to random people, like talking to strangers or like just having in-person interactions. So if somebody is, I would say, shy, this will get you out of your comfort zone. It's going to break you out of your shell. And honestly, believe in yourself. You can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. I'm just some random guy, nothing special. Had no knowledge of door-to-door. Didn't really believe in it myself until I did it. So I would say apply that and just do it.
Yeah, it's such a great career path. I mean, I'm of the firm belief that if you can knock doors, you can do anything. If you can motivate yourself to go out, talk to a stranger, talk them, convince them, sell them on a product that they had no intention of buying that day, and have them be excited and happy about it and walk away shaking their hands with a closed deal.
Right.
If you can do that in hot weather, cold weather, windy, snow, rain, if you can do that through all the elements, you can do anything.
For sure. I think, honestly, 1 year of door-to-door is worth more than my 4-year finance degree.
Yeah.
Honestly.
100% agree. I mean, there's the invaluable training that you get just by interacting, just by talking.
Yeah.
It's not something that, I'm sure you realized, over the last 3 years, it's not something you get perfect at overnight.
Yeah.
You got to keep working on it.
For sure.
Right? So talk to me a little bit about that. What's the goal from here? What's next for you?
Honestly, I'm going to take, we're going to travel a lot in 2025. Obviously, I'm going to still shoot for a Golden Door. Already have some sales in the books for January.
There you go.
So starting out hot. But honestly, I'm going to be more intentional with my doors. Honestly, in 2024, like there were weeks at a time where I was like, I'm not going to hit this award. Like I can just stop now. I can be comfortable. But then kind of my wife got me back into it and was like, dude, you can do this. Like,
Yeah.
I believe in you. So we're shooting for back-to-back,
Heck yeah.
bigger projects, more, I would say, specialty products versus just a regular asphalt shingle. So like bigger jobs, like standing seam metal roofing that basically doubles, triples contract price, or like a synthetic slate, stuff like that, to where I'm working on more luxury homes that lead me to more luxury customers.
For sure. I think you said something that's really important there. Your wife kind of talked you back into it. How important is it to have that support system?
Oh, no doubt. Well, Door has allowed us to have her quit her job. So basically, she's my number one supporter into Door, best believer in it. So having that kind of backbone and support is huge for anybody, not just Door, not just a sales rep, is anybody in general.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. Having that support system, having somebody when you get home, you got your ass whooped that day, saying, hey, it's all right. Tomorrow's a new day. Keep going, keep grinding. I think that's huge, right?
There's been plenty of days like that.
Yeah. Oh, of course. I mean, there's, some of the best advice I think I've gotten in door is there's always going to be ups and downs. You're going to have days when you're on top of the world, and you're going to have days where you think you're the shittiest person in the world.
Yeah, no doubt.
Like, oh, this is horrible. Hey, this is the best job ever. But the best advice I got was stay even keel, right?
For sure.
Don't let those highs bring you so high that those lows bring you extremely low, right? If you had a great day, awesome. Go do it again tomorrow. If you had a bad day, awesome. Go do better tomorrow, right? Have that mindset that, hey, you're going to have good days. You're going to have bad days. So tell me about that. What do you do? Let's say you have a day that's not great on the doors. How do you reset and get to the next day?
Honestly, I think just look at the end goal. So for me, like I would say in August of 2024, we didn't really have a whole lot of good storms to knock in Atlanta. So I was like, damn, there's no way I'm going to get another 800,000 in sales for this award. And next thing you know, boom, a storm hits August 29th.
There you go.
And it's like, all right, I'm going balls to the walls. Like, this is the only option. I got to do it. But yes, like, I don't know, man. I just enjoy it. I love it.
Yeah, good. And keep that attitude, because I think that's what sets the Golden Door winners apart from everybody else, right? They enjoy it. They enjoy the grind. They enjoy the learning process. They really enjoy all aspects. Now, is it fun all the time? No.
Definitely
of course not. Nothing
Definitely
is,
not. No.
right? Nothing's fun. Nothing's easy 100% of the time. But it's that perseverance through those times that really help you appreciate these moments, right? Yeah. Hey, I was on stage, got a Golden Door. Yeah. This is awesome. And I'm going to go back and do it again next year. So no, we're excited to have you here. Excited to have you join the club of all the other Golden Door winners. Congratulations. And, we can't wait to see you back next year.
I appreciate it.